It's the Foyo to the Yo-Yo to the Yo-Yo Games. Today we're going to be checking out the market, which actually has a Kickstarter starting off tomorrow. And what is that? February the 22nd, which is actually today. But this is going to be a pocket game for one, two, I believe 4 players. And I'm impressed by this designer, Z. Wesley Cohn. In the last 4 years, he's dropped 3 games, and he's got more on the way. The first one is Empyrean Hero, dropped in 2020. This one is a dueling card game. We all know I love those. Then he's got The Market, which first released, I believe, in 2021. Then he has the Empyrean, the other one. And then now he's coming out with the expansion to The Market coming tomorrow, February 23rd, 2024. All right. Let's get right into it, though. He said, "Is it for your games?" I told him, "Yes, it's the for your games." All right, so in this game, the object of the game is to attain 10 hope from permanent resource cards. 10 hope. Goes 1 hope. And I'm trying something a bit different too. Got a bigger light box now, which might actually have some complications to it. But the permanents, alright. Guess we got the permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 permanents. I think there's 3 different type of resources. This vegetation, this soil, and this light energy. 4 of each looks like. Yep. Then I've also got these permanent resources, which are the buildings. Game looks like it comes with 2 of each. And then we're playing the solo mode today. Oh, these were 4 examples. Alright, so the cards will come with 2 different card backs. This is the permanent buildings right here would be this card back. And then the temporary resources will be this card back. Okay, so the objective of the game in a multiplayer game is to obtain 10 hope from permanent resources you've purchased. These are going to be the ones that don't have the 4-sided tapping thing, and these are the ones with the hope on them. Hope is noted in the top left, and let's just go ahead and skip right on along to the solo version of the game. Okay, so solo gameplay. First, we'll go into the lore, actually. In the land of Tempo, many years after the Great Cataclysm, the ground dwellers strive for survival. Some gather rich, igneous soil from the edging of the flux, and others grow fiddleheads, a popular staple among the locals. Still yet others synthesize photic energy light out of the flux edging. It all comes back to the market. Leverage your resources to get ahead. Alright, so yeah. I heard about this game by hearing about Empyrean Hero. Looks like a cool dueling card game. Just grab that. And then Anthem Creations on Kickstarter tomorrow. Check them out for the market pocket game. Alright, so going into the solo gameplay. Beat the odds by deciding whether to flip cards to the market as a permanent resource or draw to your hand as a temporary resource. Solo turn. Choose one of the following 4 actions each turn. Continue the process until you can't perform any further actions. And in Hero, there's an acronym that's Hero. It's like hand something. But in this one, the acronym is GSERP. GSERP. So first you're going to gather, draw a card from the market deck to your hand. And then there's a hand limit of 3. Yes, that acronym is GSERP, which is to gather, draw a card from the market to your hand, and then the hand limit is 3. Or you can sell, discard a card from hand to add its resource values at the bottom of the card as a temporary resource by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. And discarded cards are not used. Building max 3. And then explore is to reveal a card from the deck. You may buy it, and if you don't, leave it face up in the available market. And then that market limit is 3. To flip beyond the limit, discard a card from the row. Or fourth option is to purchase, buy a card from the available market. To buy, first count your existing permanent resource toward the cost at the bottom of the card you desire to purchase. These ones right here. And then resolve the unpaid cost with the temporary resource by rotating your buildings. Place the acquired resource card below the matching building. This new card counts as a single permanent resource of that type. Solo endgame when no actions can be performed. See solo scoring. Yeah, so we're not going to bother looking at the multiplayer rules. I hope that everything was really described in the solo, but we will go through the solo scoring. Set the combined hope of the permanent resources you attain for rank, and then objective 15 hope wins the game and shows your pursuit of excellence. A near impossible objective is 20 hope, shows an unwavering pursuit of an Empyrean calling. And then optional solo rule variants, sacrifice to discard a card in order to gain any 3 temporary resource of your choice. Buildings still max out at 3 capacity. Time drawing a card to your hand begins a night phase. Flipping a card to the available market begins a day phase. At night, the cost of available market resources is increased to 1 above the card cost for each cost type. During the day, the cost return to normal. Okay, even harder. Alright, so we won't go over the multiplayer rules right now. Maybe at the end of the video, but probably not. Alright, so let's try this out. Oh yeah, did I go over the setup? I know what it is, but just trying to read it for the sake of the video. Okay, setup solo. In front of each player, place 1 of each type of building face up with the cost of 0 of each oriented away from that player. So we'll get 1 of each of these. We'll turn these to the box. Go ahead and throw this Imperial Hero up here too. Alright, so in front of each player, place 1 of each type of building with the 0 of each oriented away from that player. Shuffle the resource cards and place face down into a deck. Leave room beside the deck for a row of cards where available market goods will be placed. So we got 12. Shuffle those into a deck. In the solo gameplay, beat the odds by deciding whether to flip cards to the market as a permanent resource or draw to your hand as a temporary resource. Beat the odds by deciding whether to flip cards to the market as a permanent resource or draw to your hand as a temporary resource. Okay, to the hand is temporary, to the market is permanent. Alright, so on your turn, choose one of the following 4 options each turn. And this is very similar to Empyrean Heroes options too, but their acronym is Hero. This one is Usurp. Alright, so gather, draw a card from the market deck to your hand. Sell, discard a card from hand and added resource values at the bottom of the card is temporary resource by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. Discarded cards are not reused. Building max 3. Okay. Okay. Explore. Reveal a card from the deck. You may buy it. If you don't, leave it face up in the available market. And then available market limit 3 to flip beyond the limit. Discard a card from the roll. Purchase. Buy a card from the available market. To buy, first count your existing permanent resource toward the cost of the bottom of the card you desire to purchase. Resolve the unpaid cost with temporary resource by rotating your buildings. Place the acquired resource card below the matching building. This new card counts as a single permanent of that type. Solo endgame when no actions can be performed. See solo scoring. Alright. So gather. Draw a card from the market. You mean you don't? Shuffle resource cards and place them. Leave room beside the deck for available market in the. Shuffle the resource cards and place face down into a deck. Leave room. Available market will be placed. Multiplayer gameplay for the starting player. We're not doing multiplayer. Okay, so I guess you start with no resources. So I'll take my turn. I can do gather, draw a card from the market deck to my hand. Guess I'll do that. I got a hope. And this is my hand. Making sure everything is copacetic. Okay. I gathered, drew a card from the market to my hand. I can sell, discard a hand card, and add it resource values as temporary resource by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. Discarded cards are not reused. Explore, reveal a card from the deck. You may buy it. If you don't, leave it face up in the available market. I guess it's smart to, I don't know. Alright, being as this is game 1, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but okay, explore, reveal a card from the deck. You may buy it. If you don't, leave it face up in the available market. Okay, let's explore. Okay, so we got this 0 hope that it provides. And this is now a card in the market. Okay, selling is discarding the card from hand and add its resource values at the bottom of the card as temporary resource by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. Discarded cards are not reused. Got 3 max buildings. Guess we'll go ahead and go and explore again. Okay, we got the 3 hope vegetation. Provides 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3, and 2. Okay, to buy, first count your existing permanent resource. One thing about games I really like when they do is when they say like reiterate what's the permanent and what's the temporary, because the buildings are the permanent and then the temporary is the hand. But okay, to buy, first count your existing permanent resource towards the cards at the bottom of the card you desire to purchase. Resolve the unpaid cost with temporary resource by rotating your buildings. Place the acquired resource card below the matching building. The new card counts as a single permanent resource of that type. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just add a card to hand that's gather. I don't know what I'm really doing, but I'm trying to get to 15 hope at least. So I'm going to gather again to get another card in hand. Okay. And then the other thing is to sell. Discard a card from hand and add its resource values at the bottom of the card by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. Discarded cards are not reused. So I could just max out everything with this hope right here. And I'm just noticing that you can have 2 of the soil and they'll provide different amounts of hope and different resources, permanent resources. Okay, so my next action, I'll go ahead and discard this one. Discard pile. Put that on the and put that there. Discard pile. Discard pile, and then that'll give me 3 on all of these. So tab once, tab twice. I think you tab them counterclockwise, matter of fact, and then we'll just make all of those 3 resources I have on deck now for all 3 of the types. And then that's what you call a permanent resource. It sounds like. No, actually temporary. No, permanent. Something. I think they're the permanents. Okay. So I think it's a race against the deck. And then again, the whole thing of the game, beat the odds by deciding whether to flip cards to the market as permanent resource or draw to your hand as temporary resource. Okay, so these must be temporary. Okay, so now I'm trying to buy the hope with what I have here. So I can spend, okay, so what's the other option? Buy, purchase. To buy a card from the available market. To buy, first count your existing permanent resource. See, I would have liked a parentheses just explaining what permanent resource is right there. I hate to be just kind of questioning what it is. First count your existing permanent resource, which must be this. But just go ahead and tell me again though. Permanent resource toward the cost at the bottom of the card you desire to purchase. Resolve the unpaid cost with temporary resource. Oh, kind of confusing. Resolve the unpaid cost with temporary resource by rotating your buildings. Place the acquired resource card below the matching building. The new card counts as a single permanent resource of that type. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this 3 hope by spending 2 soil. So I'll go from 3 down to 1 soil. Spend all 3 of my vegetation. And then I'll spend 2 of my photic energy. And then I have 3 hope. And then I have a permanent, 1 single permanent vegetation that I'm adding to the mix right here. 1 vegetation right there. Alright, so I got a permanent vegetation all the time now. I think it's a race against the deck is what I'm playing. I think is what's going on here. Alright, so next turn, I got a few options. I got 4 options. Gather, draw a card from the market to hand. I can put one in the market. I can explore the market. So right now I've got okay, so when you sell, it's temporary. Okay. Selling is discarding a card from hand, add its resource values at the bottom of the card as temporary resource by rotating each building to reflect the adjusted quantity. Discarded cards are not reused. Okay, so I could either go to the market or I could go to the hand. I'll go to the hand. Bad idea, I think. Bad idea. Okay, so I can't add any more to my hand, so what I'll do is I'll just get rid of this 1 hoper right here. Well, I could buy this one and get a single solitary soil from this one. So I'll buy this for 1 soil. one soil, and 0 of those, and then I have a permanent soil right here. Okay. Next turn, I got 0, 1, 0. I'll just go ahead and add another card to the market. This one costs 3 photic energy. I got no way to up my photic energy from these cards. I can sell, discard a card from hand, and add its resource values at the bottom of the card as temporary resource. So I think I can sell man, I need a permanent photic. I'll sell this one to adjust myself 1, 1, and 0, which is what I needed. But alright, so I can add a card to hand, or I can add a card to market. And I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the deck left. It looks like I might lose, but we'll see. Alright, let's add one to the hand. Alright. Okay, this one gives me over, which is 4 vegetation. Yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna lose this, but I'll sell this. Max me out right here. 3 max on the energy. I could stand to put these in order. So 3 on energy, 4 on vegetation, but I can only have 3 max. And then adds 2 to my soil, so go all the way to 3 there. Okay, maxed out now. Okay, next time I'll go ahead and purchase this guy for 3 energy, 3 photic energy, and then no soil and no vegetation. Oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Alright, and then add that as a permanent. Okay, I'll go ahead and explore the market. Explore, add to the market. Okay, so this one gives me 4 hope, but it costs 3 soil, 2 vegetation, 4 energy. There's only 4 cards left 3 cards left in the deck. Looks like I'm gonna lose. So far I have 5 hope out of the 15 I need to win. I better explore again. Okay, this one is a 0 hope that only costs 1 energy. So I'll go ahead and grab that, I guess. There's nothing better to do. So for 1 permanent energy. So that's kind of like a freebie for me. So, and I got 2 permanent on vegetation. Didn't cost me a thing. Kind of reminiscent to Splendor right now. I'm feeling like right now. Alright, I'm basically gonna lose. All I have is 5 hope. Really, you can say I have no hope at this point. But okay, so 3 vegetation. 3 soil. I can cover that. 2 vegetation. I got that free. And then I need 3 photic energy to get to that. Nothing over down here is helping me with that energy cost. Alright, I'll draw again. I'll explore again to the market. Okay, this is a big 5 coster right here. I sure can't get there. Okay, gather is when you take it. Oh, gathering is putting a card from the market to your hand. Okay, I might have been playing this too hard. Okay. Okay, again, gather, draw a card from the market to your hand. Sell, discard a card from your hand to add it to the resource values at the bottom to your temporary resource, the buildings. Explore, reveal a card from the deck. You may buy it, and if you don't, leave it face up in the market. Okay, to purchase, buy a card from the market. To buy, first count your existing permanent resource towards the cost of the bottom of the card. To resolve the unpaid cost with temporary resource by rotating your buildings. Place the acquired resource card below the building. Okay. Alright, so I can buy these cards to my hand. No, I can gather these from the market to my hand. Guess I'll explore again. Last card in the market. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not doing that. Gather is, man, I would like a little bit more clarification and examples of everything. But okay, gather, draw a card from the market deck to your hand. But beware, you can no longer buy the cards that are in your hand. And then purchase is buy a card from the available market. You can't purchase stuff from your hand. Okay, so I don't want to gather. No, I guess I have to gather to get the temporary resources to gather. I can pay that free. That I can cover that. For okay, I'm gonna have 0, 1. That'll bump me up to 4, and then I still can't pay for that. So I guess I'll take this one, gather this one, and then I gotta sell this one to bump me up to 3. I'm already at 3. 3. I'm already at 3. That's a shame. And then 5 right here. Then the last thing I can do is I can buy this one. It cost me 3, so 1, bump down 2 to 1 right there. 2 vegetation, I got that covered. And then 4, we'll just call it radiation. 4 radiation. I got that. Add this. And then that makes me have 4, 7, 9 hope. And then for the last thing, I guess I'll put this in the market. And then, so I've got, I don't have any radiation to cover this radiation cost. So I think I'm screwed on that one. So, alright, so I end the game with 2, 6, 9 hope. I needed 15 to win. So first game, that's a loss. Womp. But yeah, overall, what would I say? I like the game. What I would say though is like, game designers always like explain to me what's going on. It seems like, I don't know, it's like, just be like when it says like purchase, be like, but just be sure that you know, but just be aware that you can't purchase cards from your hand. And then if you gather something to your hand, just be aware that you can't purchase it to get the hope from it later on to win the game. But I mean, of course, once you play it once or twice, then you'll know. But just being a first time player, it kind of leads to a little confusion. But great game. It's on Kickstarter today, so check it out. Just going on Kickstarter today. Check it out. The Market on Kickstarter by Anthem Creations, and then you can find them on anthemcreations.com. Also, their first game was Empyrean Hero. Check that out too. Sounds like I'm gonna love that one. Dueling card game. Christian kind of stuff going on in here too. So anthemcreations.com. Oyo Games. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.